We're driving a new challenge today. I went all the way to San Francisco specifically for a doubleheader so I can complete a marathon inside the park. I'm having a very hard time coming to terms that this is the last time I'm sitting down for hours. But nonetheless, here we go. There's our first pitch. Here's me starting our timer. And here is me setting our goal for the day. I came all the way to San Francisco for this because completing a marathon inside the stadium is only possible during a rare back-to-back doubleheader. The average MLB game is 2 hours and 36 minutes long, and we're gonna get a guaranteed half hour between games. That's roughly 5 hours and 42 minutes to complete this, or just over 13-minute mile pace. It's a very fast walking pace, but it's possible. And since tracking distance going back and forth and all around the same place is pretty tough, we're tracking this by steps. According to this tracker I'm using, it should take someone my size about 48,500 steps to complete walking 26.2 miles. But I'm not trying to go back and forth with some running hardo about how many steps this actually is. I'm not 100% sure, so I'm just riding up to 50K. And now making our first check to that step counter. We're already a little bit behind pace by me yapping, so I gotta put my head down and strut. These hats are also a giveaway. I did not plan to complete a marathon in this. Don't ask questions. Looking at the screen, I think we just started the second inning of the first game. I really can't stand still if I'm gonna hit this, I'm sorry. We'll get a real quick view of the lake while I'm all the way over on this side though, and turn it right back around. There's really nowhere up here that's conducive to watching the game in real time. I gotta go downstairs so I know what's going on. We've walked down so far with nobody here. This is all day. This is what we wanted. And it looks like we're in the bottom of the second now. We gotta go out of the water on our lap, right? Home run? Just in time for a home run. Not too bad. Unfortunately, it did not go in the water. Sorry, guys. You guys actually got me for 20?
I got it. I got it. I'll pay 25. 25. 25.
25? 25?
I got 25.
All right, boom. Might set us back, you baby day. That's the cost of our ticket right there. We're way more aerodynamic now. We'll make up for the time in the long run. One harsh reality I'm having really quickly. People actually go to Giants games, so it's not easy to just briskly walk by everyone every single time. Unless this concourse clears up as we break into this game more, we might be stuck at a 16-minute mile pace. As far as game pace goes, it's been pretty standard so far. Top 3, 1 run, 4 hits. Can't be too upset about it, but would have hate a few more runs. And as we wrap up the third, we're gonna put in our first 5K of the day. I need to get back on schedule, man. I'm going back to those ramps to grind this out. Like, this is brutal, man. We can't be having this anymore. Half them kids. Here we go. I'm already so over swerving around people I might be here a while. All the way up, then heading back down. We're at our hour update of about 6,500 steps. Once again, based on an average game, average amount of time, that puts us behind the steps by a little bit. But this game could be longer than usual, and we have all this in front of us for a reason. Let's chew this up a bit. All right, new strategy. Finally got us under a 15-minute mile pace. This is good. This is good. Do not know what inning it is though. 1-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Fantastic. This is turning out to be one of the worst games to do this on. I need to see some runs on the board or we are cooked. This is about the point I'm really starting to feel this in my legs too. We're finishing this, don't get me wrong, but man, does 4 more hours sound tough. They don't call this a view deck for nothing though. San Francisco sure is pretty. First 10,000 is down as I once again make the mistake to be in the 100 level. I really hate to say this, but I think if I'm gonna complete this today, I might need to be on the ramps the whole entire time. I'm sorry, Giants, y'all have too many fans, I'm sick of it. View from up here is probably the best picture we're gonna get of that. I'm doing the best I can, man. You never really know with baseball, but we got a lot of ground to cover. Another run? Let's go, baby. 1-1 in the 7th? If we're not gonna get runs, we gotta at least get extras right. I still haven't even taken a drink yet either. Need that bad. Please don't snake this one for me. Let's go. Back on the trail. Go on, bud. That was not staged. I'm going through it right now. Luckily, I think this first game is going to matter a lot less than the second game. I believe game 2 starts at 7:35 regardless, and it's only 5:57 right now. So if we end before 7:05, we should get more than a half hour in between. And it could be more than a half hour regardless. I might have just guessed that. 2 more runs on the board, just as we pass 12.5 thousand steps. If we stay under pace, we're like guaranteed to hit over 30K now. It's still feeling like a long shot, but with just enough fuckery, it's feeling attainable. On the bright side of having this many people here, I've not been stopped one time for speed walking all over Oracle Park a million times over. Doing challenges in an empty ballpark makes you look like the stupidest person in the world. I would know, I've been there. We're getting real close to this game ending. We're going back down to the main level to watch it on live. Don't know why they're advertising a giant race right here when I'm already doing it. Too far ahead. And that's one more quick run scored on our way down. With this game ending, we have cleared out a good amount of these outfield seats. I would do anything for it to be like this all game. Like, it is so pretty over here. What a great spot to walk around. Signed Andre Rison jersey, absolute power move. I am still running into way more people than I like though. I am more concerned about the general population's spatial awareness than I am their endurance to complete this. And just like that, the Giants pull out game one with a W. And that's gonna lock in our game one step count, just under 16K. I gotta get away from this crowd leaving scat though. Bad is, probably want a higher number than that. But the good is, we have all this time between games to make up those steps. And that game was like 12 minutes below the average time. So in theory, the next game should be at least a little bit longer. Just give me one game with like 20 combined runs, I think we're in business. Rocky's really gotta step it up, man. I can't believe my legs have not stopped moving for 2.5 hours. My shit is fried. Looks like there's some country concert going on right down here I'm missing because I keep walking. I've been looking for a countdown clock to next game and I haven't seen it, so I assume we're just locked into 7:35 at this point. If that's the case, I'm feeling better and better. We've crossed 18,000 in our time waiting for the next game, and it's only 7 p.m. real time. I still haven't done a whole lot of running. But if we get into the home stretch and I have to, I might get a little frisky out here. Tough news for us, though. Excuse me. Game started 17 minutes early. That's something I did not account for, and it's probably costing us a few thousand steps. Fireworks are off. That's the sound of game 2 starting. And also the sign I cannot go to the outfield anytime soon. The whole herd of hats walking around is hilarious. I love this promotion. First pitch of game 2 at 20.8 thousand. Nice. 1 run scored through 1. That's something, baby. There's also significantly less people here than last game, which is a plus for us too. All these seats are refusing to sit in any of them. The dumbest thing I've ever done. Looking like we can spend a good amount of this game on the lower level. Okay, we can work with this. We can make this happen. Another run? Another run? That's gotta be another run. And maybe one more run on this lap too?
The call's been overturned.
Never mind. I just realized I've been going the same direction down the lower bowl the whole time. We should really switch this up. We did finally just pass the 25,000 mark. It's gotta be the time to do it. Too bad it's already the 3rd inning, but this is the hardest working page in the game. We're closing it out. We made it 8:10 real time. Lights to come on in the stadium. It's a little bit misty out. The folk on the kayak are straight troopers through anything though. You know what I just realized? We're like 3/4 into this thing and I haven't been taking you guys on a full lap yet. We gotta make that happen. That took just over 6 minutes for anyone that's curious. And with the completion of that lap, that is 30K, baby. I'm to the point that if we get even close to 50K and miss it, it's because the Rocky sold. 1 run in 15 innings, you gotta give me more than that, guys. But I do in fact think if we get remotely close, my legs will fall off. We've gone from uncomfortable to going through it. On this last out by the Rockies, we have 1 inning left and 33,000 steps down. That's 5 hours of walking. We're nowhere near our goal. And I have just one more video to make after the game. I gotta pull the plug and finish this one now. Officially clocking this out at 33,466.
Rockies, the center fielder.
This feel good, man. Wow. Call me crazy, but this game was shorter than usual. My app crashed a few times, and it was really crowded to get around. I still really think for the right circumstances, someone can do this, and I want to see it happen. But until then, you gotta give me a like, comment, and subscribe, because my quads did not go through this for nothing. I'm G-Fed, Giants, appreciate y'all.